Hello, today we're going to be talking about somebody. This video is going to be about somebody that started from the projects, grew up in the projects, and is now a billionaire. Why are we going to be talking about that? Because I want to give you hope. People need hope. People need to understand what's possible. And so many times we get wrapped up in our mess and we have tunnel vision and we just think that we're in it alone. We think that we can't make it out. We think that we can't survive. And the truth is we can. The truth is many people have started from nothing and is now something, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. So tune into the video. You're not going to want to miss it. I have a special offer at the end for you, and so watch it all the way to the end. Have a wonderful day. Like and share, and keep hope alive. All right, we're going to do this a little bit different today. I'm going to read a little bit and then I'm going to talk a little bit. So I'm going to do a little bit of both. So let's talk about this guy. His name is Howard Schultz. Howard D. Schultz grew up in Brooklyn, New York. He was born July 19th, 1953, and he and his family moved to Bayview housing projects in Carnegie, which is in Brooklyn. So he grew up in the housing projects as from a young boy, but he made his way into college by a football scholarship. And the reason that is that he took time to develop a skill. So that's the first thing that I want to talk to you about. In this moment in your life, you have to take time to develop a skill, something that where you can put your full energy and excellence in so that you can benefit from that. So he, at a young age, took time to develop his skill in football. He ended up getting a college scholarship, and that's where he got a degree. So he started young with his excellence. You can start being excellent at any time of your life, but excellence is key into making it big. So jot that down, remember that. When he graduated college, he started an entry-level job as an appliance salesman for a company that sold coffee makers. So he didn't get out of college making big bucks. He started at the bottom and he worked his way up to top. So within 5 years, he worked his way up to director of sales. Now, here's what I need you to understand in this moment. He's a billionaire now, but it took him 5 years to get up to the level of director. There's a period of building that you have to go through. There's a period of shaping and molding and grinding that you have to go through before you make it big. So I want you to don't get discouraged in the time that it takes you to get where you want to go. Make sense? All right. So now, 5 years has gone by. He is now director of sales. Schultz noticed that he was selling more coffee makers to this one small operation in Seattle, Washington, which was known as the Starbucks Coffee, Tea, and Spice Company. So right then, he saw that something was going on. Every month, every quarter, the sales kept going up in this one place. So he needed to figure out what was going on. So what did he do? He packed up and he went to Seattle. So it's important for you to look for opportunities. Mr. Schultz saw something wasn't right. Saw that something was right, and he took the time out to go and see exactly what's going on, to go and see what it was that they were doing. So I say that to say it's important for you to look for opportunities while you're grinding, while you're getting yourself together, while you're pressing forward. Pay attention to what's going on around you. Pay attention to what's working right. Look at what's going right and do your best to find out how you can become a part of it. Go see what's going on, especially if it's in the realm or the circle that you're in. Investigate. Don't just sit back and look at success, but investigate it, which is what Schultz did. So he goes up and he meets the founders of the Starbucks Coffee, Tea, and Spice Company, and he said, I'm gonna quote what he says. He says, "I can't explain it, but I knew I was in a special place and the product kind of spoke to me." What I want you to get out of that is I need you to trust your instincts. When you start looking for, what's for you, you're going to be led into different places to do different things, but I need you to trust your instincts. Mr. Schultz knew right away when he walked into that company that there was something special about that place and that he was in the right space. So trust your instincts. So after a year of meeting those people, the Starbucks founders, they actually then hired Schultz to become the director of retail operations and marketing. So he went to Seattle. He wanted to see what was going on. He met the owners of the company, went back to where he was, and then within 12 months, he was then working for that company as the director of retail operations. So it says early on, Schultz set about making his mark on the company while making Starbucks' mission his own. This is huge. Schultz set about making his mark on the company while making Starbucks' mission his own. So many times we do not put out our best effort where we're at. But we expect to get somewhere great. We expect to go somewhere great, but we slack in the area where we're at. Mr. Schultz made Starbucks' mission his own. He embraced it. He gave all that he can. And that's what you need to do. In order to make it big, you've got to give all you got right where you are. It's good to project forward. It's good to look for other things and new opportunities. But while you are where you are, give excellence. Give excellence. Give your best. And that's exactly what Schultz did. I'm going to read a little more. It says in 1983, while traveling in Milan, Italy, he was struck by the number of coffee bars he encountered. An idea then occurred to him. Starbucks should sell not just coffee beans, but coffee drinks. This is what he said, quote, "I saw something. Not only the romance of coffee, but a sense of community." So as you begin to look and as you begin to press towards what's for you, you're going to start getting ideas. Things are going to come to you. Things are going to stick out to you. And the closer he got to where he was supposed to be, the more and more things was revealed to him. So after a week in Italy, he said, "I was so convinced with such unbridled enthusiasm that I couldn't wait to get back to Seattle to talk about the fact that I had seen the future." Listen, your opportunity is looking for you. Your opportunity is looking for you. And as you begin to get closer and closer to it, you're going to get more and more ideas. Enthusiasm is going to come. You just have to press forward. You have to keep going. You have to know that it is going to come. Your answers are going to come. I'm going to read some more. It says Schultz's enthusiasm for opening coffee bars and Starbucks stores, however, wasn't shared by the company's creators. This is what the company's creators said. It said, "We said, oh no, that's not for us." So here's what happens. So Schultz, he's being humble. He goes out, he gets this idea. Everything he's so enthusiastic. And then all of a sudden, his hopes and dreams get shot up. And you have to expect that. This thing is not always just straight up. It's like this. It's ups and downs. There's twists and turns. And though he came back with so much enthusiasm, the people who were calling the shots, they shot it down. They shot it down. And so a lot of times we stop right there. A lot of times we let that first shot down or that second or that third, or we let what our parents think keep us from doing what we're supposed to do. What our spouse thinks, what our spouse think keeps us from we let what our spouse thinks to keep us from doing what we know, the ideas and the things that we have. We have what our neighbors and our kids. We care too much about what other people think. Don't care. Don't give a damn about what other people think. It does not matter. What matters is what is burning in your heart. What is the idea? What is the desire that you have? It doesn't matter what anybody thinks. It's not for them. It's for you. So they shot it down. But the success of the coffee bar actually what happened is they shut it down, and then it says, nevertheless, Schultz was persistent until finally the owners let him establish a coffee bar in a new store that was opening in Seattle. So Schultz didn't give up. He knew what he saw. He believed what he saw. And because he believed it, he kept going. Because he believed that, he didn't give up. He kept pressing them and pressing them and pressing them till finally they was like, okay, fine, we'll let you open up one. Fine, we'll let you open up one. It is what it is. Go and do it. And you know what happened? It was a blaring success. It was so good. It was growing so fast that the original company said, listen, I'm glad that it works, but this is not for me. We don't want to be that big. We want to stay small. We want to keep what we have. We're not trying to expand. So what did Schultz do? Schultz left the company, opened up his own thing, and grew it to what it is now, and then went back and bought Starbucks and mended them together. What am I getting at? Once again, Schultz could have, I'm sure he was making good money. I'm sure he was very profitable. I'm sure that he was very successful, but he had a dream. He had something that he wanted to get done. He knew in his heart that he was somebody. He knew in his heart that he had something big, that he was onto something big. And he didn't stay where he was just to be comfortable. He stepped out and he went after his dreams. So I want to encourage you today. I want to encourage you to do the same. He left that company. He went and opened his own company. He grew it massively and then went back and bought that company. Don't let anybody keep you from being who you are. Don't let anybody keep you from getting what belongs to you. Your dreams, your goals, your desires were given to you for a reason. You have them within you for a reason, not to stifle them. You have them because that's what you're supposed to do. You have them because that is what the world is expecting. That's what the universe is expecting for you to bring into fruition so that it can grow and that it can be everything that it's supposed to be. Schultz didn't give up. Schultz always had excellence. Schultz always embraced right where he was and made the best of what he had. And he followed his dreams. He stepped out regardless of fear, regardless of what anybody else says. He stepped out and he made it happen. And guess what? You can do the same. He is no different than you. He is now a billionaire. He is now taking over Starbucks. He is now he ran the company for 8 years as the CEO. He retired and came back and did some other things to run the company. Just know that if he can do it, if he can come from the projects in Brooklyn, so can you. Nothing is impossible for you. Nothing is impossible for you. So I want to take this time to encourage you. Listen, if you need help, click the link. There's a link, click the button, set you up a call, free of charge. I will help you plan. I will help you do whatever it takes to get you on your feet and moving in the right direction. I cannot wait to see you on the next video. Have a wonderful day. Like this video, share it, because we need to keep hope alive and people need to know what is possible. Have a wonderful day.